Hello all, well we're not going to show that just yet. Hello all who are joining us, going to be joining us, or watching the VOD. For this week's Dragon Teacast, we're going to do something nice and fun. We're going to make us some waifus. The tea I'm drinking today is not a tea I have on the market right now. Company sent me a tea over. I had the original, it was okay, it wasn't bad, but it didn't feel like exactly what I needed, so I'm trying out some altered recipes with it. Adding some basil and a little bit more of the licorice, not lustful licorice, just licorice. And we're gonna see how that turns out. But without further ado, today's main goal. Music is playing, right? Yes, so I may have turned up too much. Okay, I can hear it. There we go. And as usual, let me know how the background music is. Let me know if you guys can hear me just fine. Hello, Kezak. Thank you for joining us. And so what we're going to do is going to go through some of my thought process when it comes to making various waifus, as I have in the past month or so. So first thing I need to do, I need to actually share my screen. Go here, share, screen. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. And we go to the website. So this particular tea, which I want us to work on, over in the little rival section. And it is, so here is one of the waifus we already have. Apple cider tea. Quite happy with how this one turned out. When we do the actual finalized product, whenever I can afford to get myself an artist again, there'll be a couple little changes. It's a little bit too promiscuous. I like the feel of the shirt right here. It's just a little bit too short and revealing. And there's no reason for her to not be wearing panties neither. And this can be buttoned up. This one I think is just fine, as it is. A couple little changes here and there, especially with the lighting, I think. But the tea I want us to focus on is this one right here. Caramelized pear. So several of these teas are pretty easy. Well, in relative terms. So apple cider tea was originally a tea that was based off of Applejack from My Little Pony. That was back in 2015 when it was a lot more popular, that's for sure. And so I based it off of Applejack, hence all the apples and whatnot. Humanized form. Combo break, I knew it was going to be something to do with fighting. This one was especially difficult because the AI does not like making gloves at all. So that was just awful for me. Eye tracker required ASAP. So a lot of teas, Mars and Mercury, based off of, certain planetary magical girdles, so it's not exactly surprising what I base them off of. A caramelized pear does not have anything that was originally based off of. And so, this will be the tea which we're going to focus on today of making a waifu for, because it has no baseline for me to base it off of. And, I still gotta look this up, because this is not my fault. For some reason, they got all of these just smushed up together, the size and the style, and I know it's other people as well. I gotta fix that, but that's not for right now. So again, yes, all prices are cut. Take advantage while you can. So what we're going to be using is... that's the one I want to use. New tab. That's not the right tab. Oh, we're going to play it like this. Show on screen. There we go. Stable Diffusion is what we're going to be using. And I'll go through, it won't be a fully detailed explanation of what you do with Stable Diffusion, but I do want you to follow along, so some explanation is necessary. So with this, we're gonna add a couple of things. So here is the prompts, the positive prompt and the negative prompt. Here is where you want to put in the good things that you want to include in this. And what I do for every single one is I start off with masterpiece, highest detail. As you can see, I have a section for masterpiece, section for highest detail. The reason why is that when you add this stuff, the AI focuses when it looks for images, things that are more in the high detail masterpiece section of the internet, as opposed to just any generic crap. And I've noticed a big difference when you add stuff like this. And at the end, I will add also 4K for just overall better quality. So I have taken some notes earlier on the caramelized pear. I'm going to look to see how we can go ahead and start building all this. So I'll show this on stream now. So caramelized pear. First, let's go ahead and turn this audio off, as I always seem to forget. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, back to the plot. Caramel. Orange/brown are the main colors that it uses. It's made by heating sugar, so it's sweet. Used in desserts, again sweet. English word comes from the French caramel, borrowed from Spanish caramello, 18th century. Itself possibly from Portuguese caramello. So from here, we have a bit of an idea of where I want to go with this, because I want it to be properly associated with the tea that I am making. So it's something that is sweet. So if we go back here, Stable Diffusion, this is the one I want to share. Oh, we're going to have to do this slowly, aren't we? Yeah, we are. All right. So go back here. So we know it's going to be a woman. But we want it to be something that is sweet. Okay, before we go on, let's look at what else we have. Show on screen. We also got pear. Harvested late summer, mid-autumn. So it's stuff like this gives me an idea of what type of clothes I would like a person to have. It's late summer, mid-autumn. They're not going to be wearing heavy coats. Pear tree shrub comes from the genus Pyrus. Is the family, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's roses, basically. They apparently pear comes from the same family as roses. Fun little thing I did not know, but that's going to be relevant to what we build. Tree is medium-sized, native to coastal and mildly temperate regions of Europe, North Africa, and Asia. So for the person we choose, we have 3 main areas to focus on: Europe, North Africa, Asia. Flowers are white, rarely tinted yellow or pink, and have 5 petals, which may or may not be relevant as we continue working on this. So the caramel wood comes from Spain. Pears are cultivated in Spain, which is something I looked up. Caramel has a brown color. People from Spain are lighter brown than other Spanish countries, but a waifu should be a light brown skin Latina. We don't have a Latina yet, so that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and go back to this screen. Good. So what stuff do we want? Okay, so a woman. We want it to be sweet, yes. So in the first area, or the first draft, I guess, we're gonna put in just various words which we want to go with. But we know that she's gonna be a Latina. Well, not light tan, light brown skin, something like that. Why is the chat so tiny? Light green bonnets for hats. Let me look that up. Light green bonnets. No, we are not doing that. We are not doing a light green bonnet for hats. But what I do wish to do, if I can find me a better picture, I'll just go ahead and share this. This, nope. That's not the one either. Oh, actually this is. So shade this tab instead. I'm assuming you guys can see it. So let me see. No, of course you can't. Man, this system that Streamlabs OBS uses kind of sucks. Alright, show on screen. It's gotta be easier ways to do this, guys. Anyway, the flamenco dress. So I need to do something that showcases the Spanish heritage from Spain and make it obvious at a first glance. So people are not questioning what's going on, where it's coming from. And I think one of the most iconic type of dresses, or a type of clothing, with various waifus, is this guy. Let's go to images. That will give me a better image, I think. There we go. What is known as the flamenco dance dress. Oh, that is expensive. Luckily, my tees are not that pricey. Wow, this site... What if I zoom out? Will that fix anything? Oh, much better. So yes, this is the type of dress I wish to have. And, you kind of see in the back over here, but a lot of times when I see women with this type of dress, they have a rose in their hair. Oh, well, you guys can't see it because this thing opened up in a new tab. I need to find a new thing to use, because... This is... Like, when you want to show multiple things, this is tedious as fuck. Like, goddamn, guys. Someone give me a new thing to use. I've had enough of this, I'll be honest. Alright. So this is the dress I wish to use, right over here. And as you can see in the back over here, she has a bit of a rose in the hair. So I'm going to close this, go back to that. But now I got to go back to the fucking... There we go. And you can see it in a lot of them. There's a bit of a rose in the back here. More roses. And since pears come from the rose family, apparently, a perfect excuse to put in a rose in the hair. So, let's go back to this guy. So he light brown skin, brown hair, rose in hair, wearing flamenco dress. You know, sweet. We'll just see what happens when we just put in sweet. And it's going to be you'll see the process. It's a lot of trial and error. Before we do all that, I'm going to come over here. So this is more advanced stuff. You don't need to know too much of a detail. So basically, this allows me to better hone in specific elements of whatever picture I'm doing. So I have add detail. This is going to go to negative bad hand, easy negative, deep negative. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these guys, the bad hand, easy negative, deep negative. Basically, it helps remove some of the negative aspects that it could be in. So it helps improve the hands, improve just other various things. This section down here is the negative section. So you put stuff in here to say, hey, this is the stuff I do not want. Got loader add detail. And so with that, these are all the various little doohickeys here. Let's go up here actually. So the checkpoint is the main driving force that determines how you want this thing to look. And I have a few already lined up. The one I've been using mostly is anything version 5. There's an anime one and Ace Kawaii's channel. What else we got here? This one's a RPG artist tools type. Dream Shaper is a very popular one. This is the one I use for the Sailor Scouts. Elegant Realism for more realistic. Ghost Mix is an all-around good one. Another realistic one, Neverending Dream, is a lot like Dream Shaper. Some more anime ones, but the main one that I've been using for the waifu picks is anything version 5. And there's a lot of them that you download. And you get to see pictures of how it works, etc., etc. We might do that later on as well, just so you guys can see how it looks. Yeah, for now at least, sticking with anything. Sampling method, I don't know enough to give a full detailed breakdown of how this works. All I know is that this one particular works better for me. Sampling steps. Basically, how many things you want the system to look at to determine how to make the picture. I usually go just around 50, 52. If I just scroll up that much, it goes all the way up to 150. Yep. Come on, you. We're playing this game, huh? 150. Reason you might not want to is that the more steps, the longer it takes. Not by a long amount, but when you're doing a lot, it can get pretty high up there. Batch count. We'll just start with 5 to see how it goes. CFG scale. This will actually tell us how strongly the image should conform to the prompt. Lower values, more creative results. I typically keep this around 12.5, give or take. And I maneuver it as I need. Make sure everything's still visible for everybody else. Good. Rastalin, thank you for joining us. Alright, and so with that, let's try out the first 5 examples and see, or first 5, I don't know what you call it, generations, and let's see what we get, and if we can find anything to work with. Let's begin to generate. Alright, so far so good. A lot of them are nice and busty. People do like the busty waifus. And they don't have to even look good at the moment. Okay, so we got this one right here. We'll do some work on the face. Boobs are a little bit unaligned, I think. I like the dress. I like the overall feel. This one. We can fix up the face. I think the chest is a little bit too big for my taste. This one, it feels a little bit off, and I think it's a little bit too light-skinned. This one's in the opposite direction, plus the rose tits are not exactly what I'm looking forward to do. Nope, not enough Latina in her. So I'm not digging it too much. So this one was the closest one. So I'm going to do with this image, if I want to continue working with, give me 1 second. Let me clear some things out real quick. I'm going to clear this out. Gotta keep both of these guys up. All right. So I'm going to send over to image to image. So what this is, it keeps all the prompts and whatnot. And now instead of working with just pure blankness, I'm working with this image and the stuff I've put in. So I still got to do the same edits. Do that. Batch count. Let's go up to 10. So CFG scale looks the same as before. Denoising strength. What this does is determines how strict to the prompt does it want me to stick with. So if I bring it all the way down to 0 and I go generate, nothing of this image will change. Now, here's what we'll do to show an example. So let's just say we go with 2, denoising strength and 0. Okay, go ahead and generate. Nothing has changed. And you saw it just happen instantaneously. Nothing has changed. On the other side, if we go all the way up to a 1 or 100, it's going to ignore us almost entirely and it's just going to do whatever the hell it wants. So let's see what happens now when we generate. So now it's taking a little bit more time. And you see considerably different images to what we had. I have found that the best place to keep it is between 0.4 and 0.6. So we're going to go with 0.5. And what I want to do now is, with this general layout, see if we can come up with anything else that's fine. We'll go with 8. We'll make 8 different varieties of the waifus. Generate. So keeping it within this general framework, but just different variations of it. Checking up the chat. Yes, that was my neck. You might have just heard cracking. Alright, so let's take a look. Doing just a quick run by. As you can see, there's various differences between all of them. Let's see if there is any that really stick out as especially good. I like the face of this one a little bit better, but I'm not liking the necklace, but we can fix little details a little bit later. I can't say I'm too much of a fan of this one. This one is not too bad. Something I'm not liking is how light the back of the hair is. It looks like it's almost like a veil type of thing. Not too much of a fan of that. All these, none of them are really sticking with me. So you know what? That's fine. Let's just go back here. Let's see if we can generate a couple of more. We're in the right ballpark, so I'm going to bring this up to 10. And let's see what it can give us now. So it's not necessarily difficult. What, is she crying? Maybe I should put in happy or something. I don't know. That's something actually we could do. We want her to be more seductive, maybe? So we can add that and we'll get a little bit more like seductive. Finally, someone has a clear rose in their hair. A more seductive type of look. We can also be more specific. Do we want just whatever shots? Do we want like a full body shot? Do we want neck up? Do we want waist up? Do we want it from the ground up? Bird's eye view? Okay, let's see what we got here. Seems a little bit too melancholy. Well, she seems happy, that's good. Yeah, a little bit too royalty. Okay, I am really liking this one. This one has got my attention. Very nice. That one too is actually pretty good. Because chat, you can also let me know what you guys like. Oops, hey, get back here. So yeah, we got this. We got that. Both really good. Not too bad. I like the face, but everything else, meh. It seems a little bit off. Why are you looking at me like that? Fuck you. Alright, so let's go with this one. Go ahead, send it to image. And let's see, within this framework, go up to 10, because I'm really liking this one. Let's see what type of variations we might be able to get. And again, we can work on the little details later. Okay. Testing out the new tea thing I'm doing. Might have added a little bit too much basil, because it feels like the basil is overpowering everything else. But I definitely have something. This is definitely a future tea. Just got to work on the levels. Alright, let's see if there's any variation. So before that, let me take another look at the original. Okay, this one's not too bad, though. I don't know, the chest seems a little bit off here, but we can fix that in post. Let me go back. Forward. I'm liking this one as well. It's another good one, though. Again, just something just feels off with this. Sorry, mommy. Okay, not too bad. All right. Quick little glance. So I really like this one. Like that one as well. For me, it's between this one and this one. I want to work a little bit on this guy. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to send it to extras. And what this is going to do for me, we'll keep it to... Actually, no. We're going to run with this. Resize it so it's doubled. Upscale it. Use this anime one. So basically, this is going to make it look nicer. That's the basic gist of what this is going to do. I'm not entirely sure how to balance these guys. I just lift them on up. My personal experience of experiments have not shown me have not shown me too much of a difference when I use these guys, when I change them a lot. Okay, so she is looking a lot nicer now. So what we're going to do now is going to send it to something called InPaint. And this is what's going to let me start to make changes here and there for various things. What tea would you recommend of yours for someone who normally drinks English breakfast tea from Honey and Sons? I would like to expand my palate. If all you have is English breakfast, I would say... Well, we also have English breakfast, so you can compare it that way. English breakfast now has a waifu as well. I don't know if I've shared that on social media yet. If you want to try something with more flavor, go with Sebastian's Morning Earl Grey Vanilla Cream, or maybe the Kentucky Bourbon. If you want to keep it in the realm of no additional ingredients, I would say Fun Going Forest, or the Healing of Royalty. Both of those are fantastic choices, I would say. Damn, live right when I'm about to go to work. Thank you for joining us, Bornstar, and thank you for the super thanks for the last video I did. I highly appreciate it. Come on, you load faster. The bourbon sounds nice. It is one of the more popular teas as well. Alright, so going back here. So what areas do we want to start editing first? So for me, I mentioned before that something just felt off with the chest around here. So we're gonna darken in these areas. Just like so. And go back here. Copy. Paste. Alright. So out of all these things, there is skin showing. So woman, Latino, light brown skin, brown hair. It's gonna be able to pick it up. We don't need the light brown hair or the brown hair. No rose in hair. We'll just call it flamenco dress. What should we say? Proportionate. Going wrong. Proportionate. Proportionate. The proportion booth woman. Let's take out. Not safe for work. Let's not have any of that. I don't want any big changes, so let's bring this down to a 0.4. And batch count of 10. So for this, only the mask section I want to change, and paint the mask. If I click on this guy, not masked, it'll change everything except what I've highlighted. And paint mask, only masked. 7650, batch count 10. So let's generate 10 new images, editing just the specific part I have chosen to change. It's going to take a little bit longer because now the image is bigger and higher quality overall. Let's go in and I'll take a look at some other stuff around here. So like I was saying before, it's not so much difficult as it is occasionally tedious. And from here, we can see some of the edits that are going to be happening. But I won't really know until it finishes. And if I ever want to just stop and see what it's made so far, I can click interrupt. And actually, I think I might do that. If it gets done with the 50%. Alright. Interrupt. So for what we have so far, are there really any big changes happening? Not particularly. Now, let's see. I think this one fixes up any of the issues I was seeing before. This one's not too bad. We'll go with this guy. I don't need to focus so much on the boobs. So I'm going to drag it over here. Set. Much better. What else we got? Let's see. The eyes. That. Detail. Beautiful brown eyes. How about we try passionate as well? Like, here's a passionate. All of that stuff. All right. Get that. And go ahead and generate. Okay, my order is underway. Oh, you just ordered? Let me take a look at this. You did. Thank you. What did you pick up? You picked up the Kentucky Woodman and Sebastian's. Excellent choices. Now, let's go back here. Yeah, this is not as exciting part. Just waiting to see what it generates. A masterpiece, highest detail, beautiful brown eyes, passionate, Torma Latina. The flamenco dress we could have taken out. It's just taking up memory space or whatever. Now, there's one other thing that we did not really do, and that's exemplify the pair in a more obvious way. What we could have done is given her a pear-shaped body, but I've done experiments with that, and it's just not gonna work. It's just not, unfortunately. So I had to touch 0.4. That might have been too small. I'm gonna interrupt. The changes I'm seeing so far have been... Yeah, you can barely notice anything. Well, what I might need to do is I might need to, instead of going in specific detail, just hit the face all at once. I got a beautiful... We'll go with beautiful face, count separated. Brown knife's another one. Passionate. Let's also go with luscious red lips. We want her to be smiling. Let's go with seductive smile and see what we get from that. I'm gonna go with 0.45 to add a little bit more. Right, actually, let's go with the 5 for the variety. Generate, and we'll see what we'll get from this. Watching someone who knows what they're doing with it is really interesting, though. It's a learning experience. You guys can kind of learn through my mistakes how to better do it. Sleazy, thank you for joining us. I do expect at some point people are going to try Rule 30 forwarding stuff. I can't stop the internet from enjoying pornography. All I can do is just ask that you keep it relatively clean. Right, so far. Oh, this one's gonna be ugly. Looks like she is got her mouth open with a gap in the tooth. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. I'll shame them for it for you, though. I love the AI gen stuff. It either makes something amazing or it's an eldritch horror. It usually comes out eldritch horror, and then doing stuff like this to make them little edits is how you make it a little bit more appealing. One thing I wish, and I don't know what is causing it, I have not been able to fix it, is in paint sketch. So what this would do is, let's say I would in paint across the top of the head like this, and I type in the word crown. It'll generate a crown for her to be wearing. But unfortunately, every time I do it, the whole thing crashes, and I hate it. I gotta say, we might need to pull back a little bit on these guys. Maybe the luscious part can be taken out. Passionate, beautiful face. I can stay. Would sweet. Maybe I should have said sweet face. Since we're going for a sweet tone as opposed to beautiful. It's beautiful, cute, sexy. Ooh, this one is not too bad. Just gotta fix up the eyes, but I like the lips. I hate the lips. Yeah, that little gap in the tooth, I'm not liking it. Ooh, this one's really good. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open this in a new tab for now. Go back to the very first one. Oops, too far. You two, open a new tab. Next. Next. Yeah, chipmunk teeth, don't like it. This one's not... no, lips are a little bit too off. Right, now I'm gonna do... This will probably be easier. I'm gonna close... We're gonna have bad inception, though. Let me fix that then. Yo, Carlos, thank you for joining us. I found there's a sweet spot with the words. Too few seems to get close, medium gets weird, and copious amounts of descriptors does well. I love Bing's AI was amazing. On our Discord, we have a channel for people to post their AI stuff, and a lot of people use Bing. Bing seems really good, actually. It seems to generate a lot of good stuff with just a little bit of typing. But it also lacks the detail that I can change little things here and there. Maybe what I need to do is learn how to use Bing and then bring the Bing pictures over to this. That might be the best course of action. Alright, so let me do a thing real quick. Okay, I'm gonna make this its own. Like so. I'm gonna close this guy. I'm gonna reshade. I'm gonna screen the whole window. I guess it'll be the notepad one, yeah. Alright, that'll make it easier. Because now when I move things around, at least it should, I gotta do a lot of stuff to make sure this thing is working properly. Alright, so when I change... Yeah, there we go. Alright, so these are the two which I've picked out. So let's take a close look at the faces. I like this. We can change the earrings up. The earrings are a little bit off. The hair... we could probably change the hair as well. Definitely the eyes, but... Am I still going? Can you guys hear me? Is everything fine? What just happened? I'm back? Okay. Everything just kind of crashed, I guess. If I'm back up, and the music, of course, stopped. Background audio. Yakuza Cafe Bar, OST, play. Jeez, right. Put this back on. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I want. Hold on. Close that. As well close this as well. Sorry, the whole thing just kind of crashed on me. Okay. Share screen, window. That's the window. Share. That's better. All right, so let's go back here. Between these two, I'm liking this one more. It's a little bit more passive in what it's doing. Which was the first image, right? Yes. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, because I'm liking this guy, I'm going to send it back to image to image. And from this, let's just see if we can generate more stuff. And this is the basic practice, just back and forth, until I can finally nail something that just really feels right. And these type of ones are usually a lot more difficult to work with because, and then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. I downloaded a thing that let me use Azula's likeness a little bit to generate that waifu, so it was kind of easy to work with in terms of knowing what I wanted to do. And the Sailor Scouts, of course, easy because you know what they're supposed to look like, more or less. The callbacks, not cameos, what's the word I'm looking for? Homages. But with this, I'm going from scratch. I don't know what direction I want to go with. And if we finish this early, we might pick up another one and start from scratch and see what I look up to try and get the right archetypes is too strong a word. The right associations with stuff. Okay, it looks like it's generating a lot of interesting things. I'm looking forward to seeing what we get out of this. Let's see, over on Rumble, okay. And of course it is saying that I have 0 watchers, but I know that is not true. But that's just the way this system works. Streamlabs, why? You guys have been in this business for a long time. You guys should be able to generate something better than this. Be better. Almost done. 20 seconds. And again, the time this is taking, I'm using a RTX 4090 with like one of the highest level processors that you can get. So this can take a lot of time. There's been some waifus like the Fire Nation one that's taking me days until I get something I like. Okay, from the top. Okay, if you notice a big difference, necklace. See, this necklace sucks. It's something I want to change. This one also kind of sucks, but it sucks less, and I can work more with it. I like the way his smile looks, and I like the earrings a lot more. Rose... it's pretty much the same, I guess, but I think I want to change the rose a little bit. Hair looks immensely better. Chest looks fine. This looks fine. I have to modify the hands a little bit, give it more of a thumb. Open this one in new tab so we can look at it. This one's also another good one. I think it has more of a thumb as well. I really like the rose in this one. The earrings are nice. Necklace is nice. Ooh, this one might be the winner. Open a new tab. Just gotta modify the eyes, and that's probably it. Okay. This one's also not too bad. Open a new tab. See, we got a lot of good ones out of this one. Okay, maybe. Yeah, we're in the right ballpark, gang. We are in the right ballpark of what we can find that will work. Ooh, I like that smile. I don't like the rose. Get back here. Stop there. New tail. Not the right kind of seductive. Right kind of seductive. No, this makes it look a little bit too much Indian. We'll do Indian characters when we come across some Indian teas. We can also edit that out if need be, but nah. All right, so let's take a look at all the stuff we got. Yeah, the necklace will need a lot of work. Rose can use a little bit of work, so can this. I also have to edit the lip size. This one is not as good as I hoped. Look at it closer. This one is much better. I love the rose. The necklace was just as it is. Maybe a few modifiers, see how it goes. Earrings look good. You just gotta modify the eyes. But the lips are good as they are. A little bit of a nose. Cute little nose. The hands. I might be able to just get away with the hands as it is. It says 5 on YouTube. Excellent. Going over here. Go back and forth. This one is more attractive. Earrings will need work. Necklace will need work. As you can see, this is kind of off. Oh. That's one hell of a finger. Oh, shows. We should have added a mole. Oh, we need to add a mole. We can do that in post. Okay, how about you? Okay, so you or which one is the one I want you to take out? This one. So you're just not gonna cut it. Okay. Rose will need work, but necklace only a little bit of work. Earrings are good. The ear will need a little bit of work as well up here. This looks a little bit off, but the hand, some modifications. Not too bad, not too bad. Good necklace, good rose. Earrings could use some work. Ear could use some work. Hand could use some work. Nah, it's not doing it for me. Sorry. Get out of here. Nah, not doing it for me. Let's go look at that later. Okay. All the way up. All the way up. Alright, so again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man. So many good ones. 1, 2. Man, these are not the final ones. We're gonna do some more edits. Okay, so I've decided this one will not be one of the finalists. So it's down to these 3. Okay, so these 2 have similar eyes in terms of the squintiness. This one is more open. These are more, I guess you would say, seductive. This one's a little bit less on the seductive side. So let's compare everything else. Rose is a little bit off. Good rose. Good rose. Good earring and necklace. Earrings might need a little bit of work. Necklace is fine. I use a little bit of work. How about the hands? Hands are pretty okay. Ew. Hands are not too bad. Okay. Since these 2 are so similar, I'm gonna take this one out. Leave it down to these 2. Oh. I'm gonna go with this one. That's what I'm gonna do. Pull this one out. Go back to the Stable Diffusion. Go back to image to whatever in image to image. Select the image. And drop that right in there. Perfect. Alright. Keep it as it is. Go to InPaint. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to focusing on the eyes. Let's make the dot thing a little bit smaller. Don't need to be so big. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. For beautiful brown eyes. Passionate. The lips and the smile obviously don't matter. We know it's a woman, Latina. All of this stuff don't matter. I'm also going to take out what's sweet for now. So just leave it at this. 10 versions. I'll keep it at 0.5. Let's generate some eyes. See what we can do. But you guys can see how this is becoming immensely better compared to the original. A big difference. Back to image to image. But yeah, the eyes could definitely use a lot of work. So hopefully we can get something within the first generation. So I don't need the original image up anymore. I'll keep it here just in case. Slowly but surely. So how are you, chat? Let me know how you're doing. And out of the waifus I've generated so far, if you guys have not seen them all, or if you have seen them all, let me know which one is your favorite. I've yet to do a favorite waifu contest or poll or anything of the sort. Probably should. That's what I'm looking for. Because I am curious at what people's favorites are with this type of stuff. What's going on over here? And if anyone is joining us from the Naruto world building video, which has got a substantial bump in the last couple of weeks, which I owe to me abusing the algorithm to hell. It's working, sadly. Low quality, low effort clickbait garbage. It's working. I wish it didn't, but it is. My goal is, of course, to make quality videos like I used to. But Naruto, that video is an anomaly. The rest of the videos, even the ones I consider should be considerably better, don't do nearly as well. So that is what it is. Uh-oh. What happened here? Did it crash? What the hell happened? I think it's on 8, I guess. And the size is fine. Only masked. Original InPaint masked. Yeah, okay. So all that is fine. I might have too many tabs open. It might be eating away at the memory. That might be it. Alright, so I'll go ahead and close away. Because what? And sometimes annoying stuff like that happens as well. Don't need any of you guys up. You're without a doubt using most of the memory, so I'm going to close you outright. So we got, let's go back to this. The tan good old blonde here is my favorite, so that's the apple cider tea lady. Okay. Mars and Venus best waifus. Mars is the one that's got my my biggest attention as well. Venus was a little bit interesting because she looks a little bit different from the other four. I wanted to give her a little bit more of a sweet vibe to it. But when you try and put in words like cute and sweet and whatnot, it turns into a loli. And I wanted her to be of age. Again, uh-oh. So usually this doesn't happen to me. I don't think the streaming should be taking too much memory. Let's generate only 4. Generate. I'm also going to open up Task Manager so I can look at performance. Okay, memory is fine. Using 12 out of 31 gigabits. GPU is going at like a full 100%. Because I'm only generating 4 this time. Because usually when I get closer to the end, I'm generating like 20, 25 at a time. And this is taking longer than usual. So I'm guessing doing this while streaming is taking up more effort than I expected. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. I would say I like these eyes. They seem to have a little bit of a glow to them. While we're at it, do you think I should change the nose? The nose seems a little bit... I'm going to do that. Oops, too big. Oh, whatever. Get back here. Boom. Honk. Yeah, just nose. That's it. Generate 4. See what we get. It should show you the processing status. I mean, it shows us this, but I don't see on here the processing status. I can see on Task Manager how it's going. And nothing is really out of the ordinary. So I'm surprised. Ooh, will this tell me why it crashed? Network, okay, modules, attribute area. Okay, that's a lot of word. None of this tells me why it crashed. STR object has no attribute file name? That's a new one. Alright. Let's take a look at the noses. I don't like any of these. Alright, screw it. We'll keep the vague nose as it is. Is there anything else that we want to change? Earrings I can work with, that's fine. Hand, honestly, that's fine too. You can say it's shaded. Oops. Send it to image. So with as it is, let's bring this down to 0.4 now. And let's see if maybe we can get a couple of extra little changes here and there. Maybe the AI will find Oh, actually, hold on. Interrupt. Bring all of this up. The tags are not what I wanted them to be. Okay. Fine. Ooh. Blonde or blue eyes. I mean, I like it, but it's not really Latina-esque. Generate. Very interesting that it would do that. Light brown skin, brown hair, I guess. I did not say the color of the eyes. I'm assuming, I thought that was just going to be implied. Is blue-eyed women from Spain a thing? That they all have brown. Could just be me being wrong, though. But I'm kind of dead set on having brown eyes. And I wonder if at some point I can go, or for which teas I would go in the direction of, you know, green or blue hair, purple eyes, things along those lines. Probably things that are more mythological. When I get to Iron Goddess of Mercy, since there's actually a Buddhist deity's name, I'm wondering what I'm going to do with that. Kuan Yin. Because the name of the tea is Tea Kuan Yin, Iron Goddess of Mercy. Named after the Buddhist deity. Also Taoist, I guess, but not as much. These are not bad changes. I think I'm going to stick with the original. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out all of these. This little trick, which I've kind of learned on my own, I think. I don't recall anybody telling me this. Just keep it masterpiece, highest detail, 4K. Batch count 6, that's fine. Keep it to 4. And just with those changes, generate. See what it can give us. Depends on the alliances in World War II. It does happen. What, blue-eyed people from Spain? Okay, some of these are looking pretty interesting in the little preview that we got going on right now. Depending on nationality, some Latinas can have natural blonde hair and green/blue eyes, T-Man. Interesting. Y'all, I'm gonna head out. It's late and I have work in the morning. Alright, farewell, Kesog. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for buying some tea. Really appreciate it. Buying tea much better than super chats. Alright, so let's see if within this generation we have something that'll really stand out. I mean, honestly, no. This one's not too bad. I have to go back to fix the eyes again. Honestly, I'm happy with this. So I'm going to do with this. This is just my lazy way of doing it. Denoising strength, batch count, oops. No, back to 1. Go ahead and generate. So it'll just be the same picture. Gonna send to extras. Don't rescale it again, just keep it to 1. Generate. Oh, I should have shown the before after. Oh well. So now, just open a new tab. What do you think, chat? Doesn't have to be perfect, but we should change the necklace. Okay, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. Send to InPaint. The necklace is just not doing it for me now that I took a closer look. Almost done. Highest detail. Necklace. Okay. Gonna go up to Go to a 5.5 or 0.55 because I want more changes to this. Go to 6 and generate. See what we can do. Rumble chat, why are you not up? Alright, there we go. Let me scroll down. Okay, this one's looking a little bit better. Okay, it looks kind of pretty, but also like a jumbled mess. So I don't know how much I really want to use that. Yeah, that one's definitely ugly. Don't even need to see all the details. Alright, with all the different variety of necklaces, let's take a look if any of them stand out. You first. Alright, this one just might be good as it is. Definitely not. Alright, so the very first one. Okay, drag it over here. So now let's reduce this down to 0.42. Let's get a couple of variations on this. So that's basically the gist of how this works. It's just a slow, tedious, constant poke at every little thing. And honestly, if I knew how to draw, I feel like drawing would be faster. Well, maybe not, because for generating every little thing, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I am not an artist. I still hope to one day pay somebody to do more perfected versions of this, but that'll happen when it happens. If you want to help it happen, buy some tea. Yeah, man, Streamlabs is taking up a lot more memory and processing power than I expected. This does not take this long usually. Good for me to know in case I have to do this again in the future. Alright, let's see if there's any variation. Yeah, the variation is pretty much just changing in terms of shading. But honestly, this is fine, I think. Okay. Do it the lazy way, the noising strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Generate. Come on. Down. Generate. Oh, send image to image. Oh, hold on. In Paint. Copy image to image to image. So I already got a little bit ahead of myself. Generate. There we go. Send to extras. Go ahead and upscale it. Okay. So with that, open a new tab. Hold on. You get out of here. You get out of here. What happened to the eyes? The eyes seem dead again. Something must have went wrong in the upscaling, because this happens sometimes. With the tan girl, the apple cider, when I upscaled her, she lost all of the freckles. Ugh. Sun twin paint. God damn it. Thought we were done. You know what? It's gonna know that it's eyes. I don't need you to say eyes. Highest detail 4K. 0.5. Just keep it at 5 batch count and generate. You definitely have something with this tea. I just gotta choose how I'm gonna balance the ingredients out. Really hoping the upscaler doesn't mess with the eyes too much again. Because in this one, if I'm not mistaken, open a new tab. Now the eyes are still kind of iffy in this, but you can see the difference already. Okay, so this is the upscale version. That's the regular. It took a little of the gleam and shine from her eyes. So that'll be something we're gonna need to fix. In the meantime, make sure to stop by the Dragon's Treasure, a haven for anime and tea lovers. Pick yourself up some tea. By picking up that tea, you give me more room to make these waifus. Alright, let's see. Okay, these are not too bad for eyes. No, let's do it again. No, send to in paint. Let's generate it again. That was not increase the denoising strength, so it gives a little bit more randomness to it. 0.56. Let's see how it goes. All right, farewell, Carlos. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, and close the notepad. Okay, close this, close this, close this. And I gotta close more stuff. I'm gonna close the sorry, Rumble, I'm gonna close the Rumble chat. Not much activity going on there. Might as well close this secondary chat as well. Okay, you don't need to be up. Close you. I'm just closing everything I can to try and speed this up. So again, usually it's not this slow. I'm just about ready to wrap her up. Martina, demon eyes. Let's see what we got. It's not bad. Interesting hue to it. You know what? I like these eyes actually. Send to extras. Generate. Image new tab. No. Got too ahead of myself. Okay, let's take down the noising. Highest detail. Yeah, beautiful brown eyes. Hit again, chat. Hopefully this will be done sooner rather than later. Because again, it can get very tedious. Very tedious. Just everything else is working. I just need the eyes. While this is going on, I do what I usually do, and that's check things like comments, check the channel analytics, things along those lines. Growth has been fantastic. I'm loving it. Do I still have... Yep, still going strong with the views. I love that my Good and Login video is getting more views now as well, because I'm a lot more proud of the Good and Login video than I am of the Naruto video. No. Maybe? Go back. New tab. This will work, actually. Alright, send to extras. Generate the upscale. And you know what? This will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new waifu. A Latina waifu. Okay. It's all running local, not a web-based thing. What do you want, cat? I'm busy. Why do you have to get in my way? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I opened it from a browser, but I also opened something on my computer that lets it connect to a different server or something along those lines. So I can't just pop it open. I gotta download stuff on my computer to be able to make it work on the browser. So that's how that works. It's Stable Diffusion. Alright, now that I have a nice little waifu, I can just go ahead and save image as, take it to, let's see, desktop, AIR, completer works, caramelized, hair. Alright, and so with that, ladies and gentlemen, the waifu is done. I am plenty happy with it. Of course, there's a couple little things here and there that could be edited, but those will be edited when it's time to hire an artist. But that is the general process for making a waifu. This actually went by quicker than I expected. Usually it takes longer than this. Unless it's something established, like the Magical Scouts. Too old to run. Never used AI, just curious how it all works. Yep, no problem. So yeah, that's how this guy works. It's you gotta download a lot more stuff. Stable Diffusion, its name. I know there's other ones like Bing AI and other whatchamacallit, more browser-based ones. Those are not the ones I am using. So that pretty much covers everything. So with all of that being said and done, if there's any questions, type them out now before I end everything. I will answer any questions. I can stick around. That's not a problem. But that's the overall gist of how this goes. Create ourselves a nice little waifu. And for those curious, yes, you can make these. I specifically put in no, not safe for work to make sure that did not happen. But I'm going to do this in the simplest way I can if anyone's curious. So just put it in not safe for work over here. I'll generate just one. And we're not going to scroll to it. I'm going to generate, you can see just the top over here. Oh, geez. All right. Closing that, and I expect that to actually show up, but that's fine. So this can be used for all of your lewd X and whatnot. Because I know there's a lot of them that have filters for that type of stuff that don't allow you to. I was hoping to just get the head. But yes, because that's been something which people have been asking as well. Never happened, lol. Correct, never happened. Something that's really annoying is, who is it? Adobe Photoshop recently added AI generation to their stuff. And I knew this was going to happen, so I tested it out. They had a picture, they had a section, fill it in what you want, so I put a naked woman dancing. Oh no, fat naked woman dancing. And it said I couldn't do it. And it gave a huge list of stuff that it's not willing to generate. So apparently, you know, paying like $60 fucking a month for this shit, they can't even let us generate what we want to generate. It's completely retarded. I hate it. Alright. So, with all of that, I am pretty much done with all of it. Not much else I got. Oh, hold on a second. Did I just make a big oopsie? Yes, actually. 1 second. I just want to see if I will be able to fix something. Well, it doesn't involve you guys. There's something for me to fix. Maybe because I said fat. No. It's more than that. But that pretty much ends all of this stuff. I gotta fix a little boo-boo that I just made with the stuff that I was closing. So I will talk to you guys next time. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you later. Preferably next week. Farewell.